it?
Thank you.
Would you like a menu?
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited to see this movie. I'm so excited. It's gonna be the best movie ever. Oh, I can't wait to see this movie. You just get in there and watch it.
I thought this was like serious, like a real movie review.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Tavern Talk by Initial Reaction. I am Philip, and joining me this week, Mr. Gerry Bruno, Creative Director at CenterRock Advertising and Head of Production. Thanks for joining me, Gerry.
Yeah,
Appreciate
my pleasure.
it.
Thanks for asking me.
Yeah, absolutely. I always like to have people in here who kind of have a little bit of a background with film and filmmaking, and you have a pretty diverse background when it comes to that. I believe. So.
I've done films, I've done narrative film documentaries, I've done TV shows, I've done home and garden shows, I've done commercials, and theater. I've done it all.
Oh wow! So very cool. Well, thanks. Yeah, thank you for being here. And kind of a special movie we're talking about this week. I don't know about you, but Toy Story has always been kind of a constant in my life, and so this week, we're talking about Toy Story 4. The unexpected sequel in a lot of ways for me, but what was initial reaction? What did you think?
I thought it was, we talked about this before. People are asking why do we need another Toy Story, and I thought it was great. I thought it answered a lot of questions. I thought it's gonna be great for kids. Kids are gonna love it, and I think the grown-ups are gonna be like, oh my god, that really touched me.
It's funny because I was 8 when the first one came out, and I remember just adoring it and thinking like, oh man, like this is grown up funny, but I get it, and I love it, and like just the story was something you imagined as a kid, and so to see it like actually come to life on screen was great. And then to now watch something like this as a parent, myself, it hits on a whole different level.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. My kids, they're 4.5. They have Toy Story on repeat. Right. I mean, it's a constant from 1, 2, and 3. So it's on all the time. And every time I see any one of them, you always get something out of it. You always get something else out of it because they're brilliant movies.
Yeah, it's the rare case of every single one in the series just being excellent in its own way, and that's I guess why I was kind of a little concerned about this one, because 3 left on such a solid note, like an ending. It was a good conclusion to Andy's saga, I guess you could say, and then so it was like why what is going to justify the existence of this 4th one? But I was just pleasantly surprised that this one found a way to not only justify itself, but naturally continue the story of these toys.
And I think too, as they're still toys, but there is a progression in their characters. Like their characters have learned stuff or have changed throughout the years. Especially Woody, he is a different person or has a different role in this film, and you can see him struggling with it, which I thought was really good, and that is like this deep theme that I think that parents will really, really they can relate to.
Yeah, and it's, with Woody, it's more, this transition to, I guess, kind of being that main person in your child's life, and then allowing them to kind of find their own way, letting go a little bit, backing off.
But
I don't know, what did you kind of take from it?
Even in this might be a little spoiler, but not really. But even in the room, in Bonnie's room, he's not in control anymore.
Right.
And so he has to learn to let other people lead. Even there's other parts in the movie where he has to learn to trust other people, to let them make the decisions. And that's like a metaphor for life, right?
Yeah.
You've got to let go sometimes and let somebody else make decisions, or just.
Yeah. No. I mean, absolutely, and it's tough for him.
Yeah.
And even he kind of clings to this new character of Forky, which, if you've seen the trailers, you're probably wondering, how is this movie centered around the sport?
Yeah.
But it really kind of comes to mean a lot more than I expected it to. Like,
yeah, and the trailer does a good job in setting that up, right?
Yeah.
So this is the most important toy in Bonnie's life, and that like his purpose is to make sure that the Forky is with Bonnie.
Right, right.
But it really, again, it's like it's him needing to find a purpose. Right?
Yes, yeah.
Like we all need to find a purpose. We all need to. We want a purpose. We want something to do, and this is what Woody thinks.
Yeah, and Forky kind of counters that with just like he knows what his purpose is, and it's giving Woody this kind of existential crisis of just like, he's so clear in his and it's not like this grand ambition or anything, but Andy is just so, or no, I'm sorry, not Andy, Woody is so set on just it has to be this way,
right.
And that's the only way that he can find happiness. And so he really does go on this journey of just finding out that just because it's not what you expect doesn't mean it's not what's right for you.
Right.
So it's there's a lot of layers going on there.
There's a couple quotes I wish I could remember, but there's ones about just like one about letting go, one about like finding happiness doesn't mean what your natural definition of, right?
Right,
it could
right.
mean a lot of different things, and Woody just has to find out what that means for him.
Yeah, and I mean, kind of to get into some other areas. A couple new characters here.
Yes.
Because I was in seeing the trailer, I was curious as to how they were going to expand this, because they played up like the amusement part or the carnival aspect of it, and I was curious how that was going to play into it, and like what exactly they were going to do to kind of differ up the narrative from it just being Woody rescuing another toy or something like that.
I really think that kids are going to love those two stuffed animals. I don't remember their names, but kids are going to love them.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you their names, but Key and Peele are the voices, and they.
That's right. Yeah.
There's one sequence in the antique shop.
Yes.
I'm not going to spoil, but it's fantastic.
It's hysterical.
And it was really funny. Like in a way, I liked the second and third ones a lot. But this one kind of felt like it invoked the spirit of the first one more than maybe any of the others have. Like it was really funny, like consistently hilarious.
I agree, and I love listening to the whole audience laugh with it, and everybody at that part. There was not. I mean, everybody was just laughing.
Yeah, but I mean, talking about new characters, we talked about Forky and Tony Hale, who is Buster in Arrested Development, or if you've seen Veep, he's in Veep as well. And he has some funny lines because he's so oblivious to everything. And then of course there's the return of Bo Peep, which felt more natural than I expected.
Me too. I thought that was going to be a little bit forced, and actually I was really interested to see how this is the first one without John Lasseter.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's credited with the original story but he's not the writer. Andrew Stanton is, who has been on all of them.
He's
I mean, I thought it's a Pixar film, and it's really hard to get a bad one from them.
Yeah, no, and it's they're always good about that balance of emotion and of the comedy and the action and
also trying to appeal to a parent as well as a kid.
That was another thing I was going to ask you. Did you think it was because they really play up the the creepy dolls in the trailer? What did you think age-wise? It wasn't as creepy as I expected.
No, but I'll tell you though, there's a sequence at the end where Bunny and Ducky, the two new characters, are like imagining they're doing something, and they like get a little terrifying. And my first thought was, oh my god, my kids are gonna they're gonna get terrified of that one scene.
That was my thought throughout. When those the Gabby Gabby, she's another new character. Christina Hendricks is the voice of her, and she has like these guards that are like puppet monkey. I almost said monkeys, like they're her flying monkeys or something. But no, and they are. And, I mean, they even comment on how creepy they are.
Yeah, and I mean, she. Again, not to spoil anything, but she makes a really good evil character, right? At least at first. but they're really good about creating these villains that have this wonderful backstory for a reason why they are villains, right?
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
not they're not like these paper, like what am I trying to say?
Not cookie cutter.
Villains, right? Yeah. They're not cookie cutter villains. There's really they've got a lot of depth to them.
Yes, yeah, and when they finally give you the other perspective on why they become that way, you feel more sympathy for them.
Yeah.
And it definitely is that way with. Again, sorry not to spoil anything. I'll put a little spoiler. It's definitely that way with Gabby. Like you definitely come to appreciate why she wants what she wants, and almost want that for her as well.
Yeah, and Woody, oh man. Just broke my heart.
It's pretty heartbreaking. Like the last maybe 20 to 30 minutes of this movie, there's a series of things that happen, and it is just, but it's satisfying at the same time.
No,
it
you're
really
right.
is. Like even though it might not be what you want to see, like as a fan or as a viewer, it's like it's right for the characters.
Yes.
As silly as that sounds to say about like an animated movie.
Right. But I mean, think about it, right? If you put real people in these characters, it would work. Right? It would work because it feels like each of one of these characters are so fleshed out.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. And it really is impressive with the amount of characters they have in play here. Speaking to that, it did feel like they kind of shorted Buzz a little bit.
I thought so too. I was going to comment about, there's one thing that he does, and this is not spoiling anything, but they talk about this inner voice, right?
Yeah.
And there's, again, this is like one of these, life cliches that people say, listen to your inner voice, but he does that, and he kept pressing it, and it felt like it was, it's like, well, that's a plot hole. Right?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I need to figure out what to do. Oh, I'll plug this, and it'll tell me exactly what I need to,
That's his little character trait for this movie.
If I had to find a flaw, that would be the only thing, but it's not even a big one. But,
I mean, just as a fan of the series in general and of the characters, I would have liked a little more Buzz Lightyear, Woody, more of that dynamic again. But it's Woody's story,
right? And even like the other characters like Rex and the dogs, they didn't really get a lot of screen time. But because the other characters were so interesting and the story was so engaging that it didn't hurt it.
No, not at all. Yeah, I was definitely in for once I figured out kind of where we were going, I was definitely in for the long haul. Like, and I feel like we could kind of sit and talk about. There's so many different things going on with this movie, but here on Tavern Talk we do or try to do out of 5 stars. So Toy Story 4, what would you rate?
Jeez,
I know it's tough.
I wouldn't say I'm very good about rating films because like I am a fan of every movie, even if it's bad. I mean, I won't go see a bad movie, but I applaud them for actually doing it.
It's a lot of work no matter what.
It is.
Right,
but this was nearly flawless, I think. I think it gets 5 stars for me.
Really? Yeah, I was going to go 4.5. And I'm not even real sure why I'm not going 5. I'm really not, but I'm going to stick to 4.5 until I kind of flesh it out a little more. But no, it's definitely one of the best movies I've seen this year. Like, I really, really liked it. I can't wait to see it again. I can't wait to take the kids and the family and see
my
what they
kids are
think
going
of
to
it.
love it. And I think any kid is going to love it.
Yeah.
I think it works for kids. And I do think that, even parents who are tired of watching movies over and over, they're going to love it.
No, it's definitely one of, like, Pixar has always kind of been known for, making entertaining movies for kids and adults alike. Yeah. And this feels like it's doing it better than some of the more recent Pixar movies for sure. And I really enjoy it. So perfect 5 for you. And
4 3/4.
4 3/4 somewhere in there. Yeah, that's why I said 4.5. It's like I really liked it. I loved it, but it's like there's something that's keeping it from. Yeah, I don't know. See it. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Go see it. Take the family. If you were cautious about or not sure why there needed to be a 4th one, if you thought it was just to make a profit, which it will, but
it's going to make
if you thought that was the only reason it existed, trust that it's not. So definitely go see it. And if you're going to go see Toy Story 4 on the big screen, definitely check out Movie Tavern. See it at a movie tavern if you have one near you. Got a full menu of food here. They got a full bar. Get drinks, get some food, get some snacks, whatever you want. You can get the classic popcorn and soda and boxes of candy too. Whatever you feel like. It's a great experience at Movie Tavern. Definitely check it out if you haven't been to one or if you have one near you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing and liking, all that good stuff. Thank you again, Gerry, for
my pleasure.
coming. I appreciate it.
Fun. Thank you.
No, awesome time. See Toy Story 4. We'll see you next week with a new review. Peace.